Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison with Baby Stepping to Freedom. Today I am going to talk about our February budget. I'm going to take you through actually our whole real budget and talk about each area that we are budgeting for in February. It's been a little while since I have gone over our budget. I think the last time I did it was in November. We became debt free in November, and we decided in December that we were going to take a little bit of time to buy some things that we've been putting off, some things that we want, and then get back on track in January. So our budget has been a little bit lax, I guess, in the past couple months, and then we've just kind of had a lot of unexpected expenses that have come up that have just made our budget a hot mess for the most part. But February is when we are finally getting back on track, and we are starting to put money towards savings. We are saving up for some other things that are coming up in the future that you will see shortly, and we are getting back on the budgeting train. So I hope you enjoy our February budget. Here we have the February budget for 2019. I will just show you a few things on the budget before we start talking about the nitty-gritty of it all. First, up at the top, this is the area where we track the bills that have come out of our checking account so far, and that's just a way that we can keep track of our bills and when they have come out. That way we don't accidentally spend money that is supposed to be for a bill. So that is this area up at the top that says 2019 monthly bills. The next section is monthly spending. That is where we have our gas, but also all of our cash envelope categories here that we keep track of. They subtotal at the bottom for the yearly amount, and then they total over here for each paycheck amount. We get paid on the 1st and the 15th of each month, and so we have two separate areas for that. All right, down here at the bottom is the nitty gritty. So this area is our first half of the month payday. This area over here is our second half of the month payday. And I'm going to delete this because that is from last month. We had to put a new alternator on our car, and we put that under random spent. That was because we had to buy it on Amazon, and so there's not really a category for that. Anyways, deleted that. And over here we have our income at the top plus all of our regular bills. Then we have other expenses that we transfer money for, and then down below is the last of the bills that then goes down to our remaining amount. So we'll just go through the sections and talk about what it all is. So we take our income at the top, and those are added into the formula, and everything below it is subtracted. So we have our mortgage, we have our electricity, our gas bill. We didn't have one this month because we have paid too much, and so they didn't charge us anything. Next is our garbage bill. That's every other month, plus our internet and insurance. Our phone bill we send to my mom because we are on her phone plan, so we send that to her. And then all of these red categories are things that we need to transfer, as you see here. So this line is for Erin's business coaching and other business expenses. We have our gas budget here, which I've talked about before. We use a debit card for our gas expenses. That is just so we don't have to pay cash at the gas pump. So we transfer that every payday. Since becoming debt-free, we have added personal money into our budgets. So I have a trip coming up with some friends, so that is part of my personal money plus a little bit extra for spending throughout the month. Erin has a little bit less because he doesn't have a trip coming up. So he asked for $73 because he had some money, a small deposit come into his personal checking account that was, I think, $7 that he didn't transfer out, and he felt guilty keeping that $7. So he was very insistent that he needed $73, not $80. So that is why he has 73. Miscellaneous is our joint personal money, basically. So that is money that we use for things together if we go out to eat, those kinds of things. So we kind of have three personal money categories: our own that we can spend for whatever we want, and then miscellaneous for when we do things together. Finally is this random transfer category, and that is just other money that we transfer for other reasons. So this month we transferred $60 into our car maintenance savings account, and that's for any sort of car things that might come up. I think Aaron wanted $60 because he's going to need to buy some oil, and that will be possibly coming from Amazon, or he will just want to use our checking account to buy that as opposed to cash. Just kind of being prepared for that. Next is our cash envelope category. So this pulls from up above here, where we are adding in all of the expenses that we need cash for this month. So gas does not come out of that. So it's just everything from groceries on. So we have $400 for groceries, $70 for non-edible grocery, which are groceries that you don't eat, as you can tell by the name. So toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, that's that kind of stuff. We have pet care. This is usually for buying litter or buying little things that we might need for the cats here and there. That does not include their food because that comes through a subscription in the mail, and so that is a separate category on our budget. Restaurant is money that we spent at a restaurant. We planned a payday dinner out, so that money is already spent and gone. Car maintenance, we put zero cash in because we have the $60 that we transferred. Home maintenance is just for things around the house, that's $40. Gifts is $20. We have a birthday coming up. Clothing is kind of more of a sinking fund for us, so we put $100 into there because we have some clothing items that we are going to need to buy pretty soon, and so we're just kind of anticipating that coming up. So in all, we have $710, which comes down here to our cash envelope section. Next, we have cat supplies. So this was our cat food, which unfortunately for our budget and unfortunately for our cats, we have to buy prescription cat food, which is a little spendy. We do a subscription based through Chewy, and so that is the cat food plus some cat litter that we ordered through this subscription as well. So it was $112 this month, which is a little more than we normally spend, but that's because we got some litter in there as well. Giving, we decided not to put anything into our giving category this month because our budget was looking a little sad. So we are going to hold off on that for this month. Random spent is our category where we just kind of have an open area, I guess, where we can put in any money that we've spent. So for example, we needed to buy some Nespresso pods on Amazon, so we just purchased that instead of having to put it into some other random category. We just put it under random spent. And then we decided to pay for the yearly subscription for our Ring doorbell camera system, and that was $30. So we spent $60 in random spent. Buffer really should probably be down here. Normally it is, but we added these things at the bottom. But buffer's normally at the bottom. So we just have a $20 buffer in our account that we keep there just in case we miss something and so we don't overdraft. Finally, we have some unexpected things. Well, not unexpected, some unusual additions to our budget that aren't normally there, which is why they're down at the bottom. So first, we will be going to Nashville in April, and we are starting our planning for that. So we have $300 for our Nashville trip so far. Well, we're adding $300. We have more than $300 right now, but this pay period, we're adding $300. We are also anticipating having to pay to get our taxes done. I know that there's lots of cheaper places to get your taxes done, but we have gone to a tax person that we trust very much for a while, and he is a little bit more spendy, but we trust that our taxes are being done in the right way. Last year we paid about $440, I think. We're kind of anticipating that the price may have gone up due to changes in taxes this year. So we're just planning for $500. If there's any extra, then we'll just throw that into savings. And finally, unfortunately, our cat is having some asthma and thyroid issues, so we just had to pay $258 to the vet to get all of that diagnosed. This is not going to be the last vet bill that we have over the next couple months for her. We will be planning on how we are going to budget for that soon, but that is just the one charge that we had when we went to the vet most recently. So, all in all, we have a lot of expenses that are coming out of our paychecks right now. Fortunately, this should cover everything. We have our cash ready to go, we have our personal money ready to go, and all of these kind of random things that aren't normally a part of our budget are all in there. $970 is what we have remaining. That's what will go into savings towards baby step 3 and or future vet bills that we know are coming. We're trying to figure that out now. But $970 is what's left. Usually we have a lot more than that, as you can see from some of these things that we weren't really anticipating, that we could have closer to maybe almost $2,000 to put into savings. But these things happen and we go with the flow. Fortunately, that's what a budget is good for, is that we can fit in things that we kind of don't really want to pay for but have to, like taxes. All in all, it's a pretty good budget. We still have some money to put into savings and we are able to cover all of our expenses that we have right now. On the 15th of the month, we will do the other half of our budget. My goal is to be able to film that so we can put these two videos together and really look at what a whole month budget looks like. But as you can see, the beginning of the month is really the bulk of our bills. That's because we both get paid then. And the second half of the month is a little more low-key for us. We don't have as many expenses. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing to my channel so you see all the new videos that I will be posting, and follow me on Instagram, Baby Stepping to Freedom, and also, oh yeah, subscribe to my newsletter, babysteppingtofreedom.com. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.